The other day I was trying to think of a fun segment that I can do weekly, like a 5-minute something. Came up with the idea, 5-Minute Friday. So basically what it's gonna be is just me giving my experience, what I can take away from something that I've learned. So today we're gonna do backside tail blocks. I'm not gonna say that this is a how-to because I don't personally feel like I should tell you how to do something, but I'm gonna tell you what I've learned from trying it and my experience, and experience is the best teacher. So hopefully you get a few takeaways and you can apply them to your backside tail blocks. So this is episode 1 of 5-Minute Friday. Hyped to get into it. Let's do it. Backside tail blocks, here we come. So step 1 is learn pivots before you learn backside tail blocks. When you're rolling up to the backside tail block, we're gonna go over backside tail blocks and then I'll show you some variations, but maybe we'll do another video on actual variations. But as you're rolling up for backside tail block, you want your shoulders in the same position as you do have them for a backside pivot. And then your front foot should be right over your front bolts. About right. That's a good front foot position. And then your back foot, you want to be right in your little pivot cup spot of your back tail. Now that you're rolling up to the transition, you're in the right stance, you slowly want to dip your forward facing arm. So I'm regular footed, that's my left arm. I'm gonna kind of churn that in to get lower to start grabbing my board. Although you don't want to get down too low and grab your board because then that'll just throw up all of your balance and you won't really be able to do the tail block. So start tucking in your front facing arm, sort of like this as I'm doing it, and then go down to grab the tail block. Okay, so in the third step is when you actually begin your tail block, or I guess this is the first step is learn backside pivots. Second step is your stance. Third step is how you're rolling up and you're tucking your arm in. So this would be your fourth step of basically doing the actual tail block. And you can practice this on flat ground first and just kind of getting used to holding on your nose and churning around on your tail, just getting used to that balance. So now that you're rolling up to the coping, you basically just want to pull your nose up and churn, slowly churning your right arm back into the transition. Make it into that tail block position, you're going to be pretty surprised how easy it is to turn back into the tranny, because essentially you're locked, you're loaded, you're just kind of going to let your front arm go and guide your board into the transition. So I think you'll be really surprised once you make it to this far in the step of the backside tail block. So after that, it's pretty much smooth sailing. There's a couple more things you can know, just not mess up, but it's kind of the premise of it. That's the last little tidbit I would say here is just to follow your shoulder into the transition after you're coming out of that tail block position. So like I said, you're pretty much destined for success in one way because it's really hard to hang up on a tail block. Hold on, there's a plane going over.